about them Jets, Dan? Woo! Rich is just like, he's so nice. He started the season. He was excited. I didn't want to be anywhere near him for the first game, thinking, God knows if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt again. But like, is there some kind of like Aaron Rodgers curse stink that has to do with this team? Like,
and is he back next year?
Well, that's it, once again, if you want to attract a coach, the first thing I'm going to say is, what's Aaron's status? Because you don't take over that team where you're going to have a lame duck quarterback. You just don't. And I'm old enough to remember when Unitas ended his career, when Namath ended his career.
You're really
Willie
old.
Mays.
Wow.
I am.
Yeah.
And Willie Mays ended his career. Like we're watching this. And I think in our minds, Tom didn't slow down. Brady could play right now. But Aaron does rely on his footwork so much more, dancing out of the pocket. You're watching the end of a career. And I don't think we were ready for that. I think you just thought, well, Aaron Rodgers is just great. Like, he'll be great forever. But he's not. It's like Peyton Manning. It was done. Like, it was like, wow, it's over. Drew Brees, it just ends. And it ends abruptly. And it's usually the player is the last guy to recognize that. I think Aaron thinks or thought, I'm Aaron Rodgers. He's just Aaron. Like it does. I don't think it scares any. I don't think defenses are like, oh my God. Whereas it used to be, they knew. They knew if he had the ball somehow, some way, just like Brady, just like Mahomes, you're going to win this game. And you just don't see that. And I think leaders can lead by example, which he probably did in Green Bay. Now is when you need to lead by your words too. And I think he's failed the Jets. This is what you need. You don't have a head coach. Maybe you wanted to change. You got your offensive coordinator. Now you don't. You wanted Devontae. Like, you got everything you wanted. The Jets now want something back from you. And that's being a leader. And I think that's where he is really disappointed.
You talk about the end of careers. I had the just great fortune of sitting with Al Davis and Bill Walsh for many, many, many conversations. And one that stood out to me was Bill Walsh saying to Al, you've got to move on from players more quickly than you do. You hold on to players too long. It's better for the team if you let them go sooner than you do. And I get goosebumps when I think of it. Al's response to Bill was, I can't. I love them.
I don't think there's any love, though. And I think that's your insight on that is so astute. But I feel
you don't
like
see that in New York.
With New York, there's no love there. There's no
relationship,
there's not
though,
an owner
Amy,
who cares about his players.
I mean, he hadn't been there. Like moving on from Favre in Green Bay, or moving on from Aaron in Green Bay, or whoever it is in all of these franchises. But you have to. It's a business. You have to.
And that's right. That's exactly the point that Bill Walsh was making to Al, which is it's a business. You have to. And Al said, I can't. I love them. But you two are absolutely right. That doesn't exist between the Jets and Aaron. But it is hard to tell a player like that it's over. It's just a hard thing to do.
So who's going to tell
Bill
Aaron?
Bill had to say, well, Pat McAfee, maybe. I don't know who he would listen to. But you're watching, and I thought the Jets were playoff caliber, Super Bowl caliber. I thought defense, you got one really good wide receiver. You got some good running backs, quality running backs. With Aaron, they won 7 games with Zach Wilson. They should be able to win 9 or 10. And then with his experience, they could be a dangerous out. Well, they're anything but that. When they lost to Denver 10-9 at home, I thought, oh my God, they're not good at all. It was one of those where I kept thinking, all right, Aaron will get this. It's going to work out a little bit here. And then I realized he was acting his age, and that head coach is not a head coach. And the ownership, I don't know. He's waiting for to be, somebody in Donald Trump's cabinet or whatever. He's going to be ambassador to Ireland or something. And I said, this is just Jetsian. This is what they do. They act like the Jets. So Aaron is, I don't know. He's harmless, it feels like. And I never thought I would say that, but we're seeing the end of, an incredible career.
Check out new episodes of What the Football with Suzy Shuster and Amy Trask every Tuesday. Watch us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page or follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.